My name is Tito Daodu. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I'm a global citizen. I became involved in international issues because when I was younger I moved around a lot. So I was born in Nigeria and I ended up living in England for a long time and was living in Jamaica for a long time before we finally sort of settled in Winnipeg. So I think just because of my background in that way, I've always just been really interested in looking at issues of equity and how does that apply where I am and how does that apply in the large scale around the world. I met this student who was in probably third or fourth year university. I must have been in grade 11 or 10. And he had just come back from this trip where he had volunteered for MSF. And he started telling me about his experiences, and I had never even really heard about the organization. And I just talked to him for a really long time about what he did, what the organization was about, and for me that was it. I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. It's exactly what I want to do. I think that one of the things I really like to focus on is looking at the way that I can make an impact here where I am right now before I even really think about how I can influence the world as it is. And then I realized that making an impact here where I am is a part of global health. Like public health in Canada is a part of global health in general. My ultimate goal though is to start to work with underserved populations. So I'd really like to work in northern Manitoba, in like remote northern reserves. I'd also like to work here in the inner city and eventually for MSF. We don't realize here in developed countries how much power we actually have and how much influence we actually have in terms of global economies, global health, everything. We don't really, we live it and we can think about it, but we don't really realize exactly how much power we have. Like if we were to lobby our government to make changes that they've been promising to make for years, we would be able to influence things on a large scale. But if you understand that no matter where you are, no matter what you end up doing, the skills that you gain and the skills that you have the privilege to gain just by virtue of the fact that you're in a country where you can go to university and maybe it's tough and you need to get a student loan, but you can go. And a lot of people can't. And you have the ability to get skills that a lot of people don't have the ability to get those skills. And you can get those skills and you can use them to help people that have no other options. And you have those options right now. Living in Canada as a young person, you have so many options, and it's difficult for sure. But we have options that will help us to become better global citizens, will help us to affect change, change anywhere, here and anywhere. So I think that that's important. Be yourself, be bold, be the change.